Hey guys, Climax Combo here with a new kind of video. It's going to be a wrap up video of 2022. We're going to be going over our favorite cards of the year, our top 10 for each of us. These are our favorite cards, not necessarily what we think is the strongest or that we actually own and have played. These are just a lot of neat cards.
We're trying out some new stuff for 2023. If you guys like it, just let us know. And if you guys have other topics or other suggestions that you would like to see from us, also let us know so maybe we'll give it a shot. We're open to any ideas you guys have.
And with that being said, let us get on to the video. My number 10 favorite card of the year is from Project Sekai, the level 0 ID that combos with the gold bar. I think this level 0 combo is super cool. There's so much milling. It makes the deck it makes that build a ton of fun starting at level 0. And I just think, I mean, this fits the kind of decks I like to play really well. There's just so much milling, so much control over what's in your hand, what's in your deck. It's just so fun.
The level 0 combos that end up being great are just so sick, like Zombieland and this.
Mm-hmm.
I love this card too. I don't like fighting it, but I appreciate what this card does. It's super cool. My number 10 is the 3-2 Mikey double R from Tokyo Revengers. This card didn't end up being that strong, but I think it's super fun and super flavorful. And it's just a sick card, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a cool card.
Such a cool card.
I wanna see it pop off.
I know. We'll see. They get another set. Hopefully this card will have its time in the spotlight, but for now, it's just a badass card.
My number 9 is also from Tokyo Revengers, the 3/4 backup from the TD. I think this card is really funny, and ends up working in the builds that want all that stock and don't necessarily need it to play their cards, like Payon and Pachin or Standby. I think it's really lethal and crazy annoying for your opponent to play around. They're gonna like the potential to take damage on your own turn and to lose out damage from one of your cards is just so crazy for the cost. It's just an insane backup.
It just puts you at checkmate sometimes, and it's sometimes impossible to play around.
Yeah.
I hate this card. I love it and I hate it.
Yeah.
For my number 9, we got the 0-0 Unicorn from Azure Lane. This card, I think, is it's funny and unique. The fact that you can heal and deal damage to your opponent with a burn effect starting at level 0 is pretty cool in my eyes. This set is brand new, so we're still don't know what Azure Lane can bring to the meta, but this personally is my favorite card in Azure Lane, and it's Unicorn, pretty fitting of her as a character as well for the card.
Yeah, this card on paper, if you can support doing this card over and over again, even like once or twice a game,
I think if you get it off twice, that's OP.
It's like extra heal and damage. You could use it to prevent yourself from leveling up. You could get an extra clock in at some point. There's just so many things that you can think of.
Push that extra little damage. There's like no situation this card sucks in.
It's crazy.
If you can support the resources.
Yeah.
The potential is crazy.
That's a crazy card. My number 8 is from D-Side Traumai. That I like that set just because of how much of a villain it's been for the past year. And out of all the cards, I really think that 2/1 memory changer that swaps with the level 3 combo is kind of nuts. Just being able to bring out, I mean, he himself sends the level 3 to memory, so you'll always be able to get it. It only costs 1 to get your level 3 out to combo, so it helps with stock. And then it sends the level 3 back. He comes in. It's just like kind of nuts being able to push so much damage at level 2. And that set is cool overall, the memory swapping, but I do think this level 2 is what makes it all pay off.
Such a crazy mechanic, and it's unique. A little too bonkers, but the set, I think everyone has to say the set is fucking sick. So
it is cool.
Yeah, super cool. For number 8, we're gonna go with a very simple 2-1 Rin from Project Sekai. The level assist. I mean, I personally think gaining extra stock is always cool and fun. And this is Rin. Super simple. You tap it, you kill one of the characters, get us extra stock. Not the most exciting, but I think it's so much fun to play with. It's just when you're able to get it to work and the cards like this, I just think it's so satisfying. So it's cool.
Yeah, just such a simple card, but it just can do so much for your set. If your set focuses on plussing a lot, you convert all that to stock really easily. You get rid of any characters you don't need anymore on stage. It does bring a lot just for how simple it is.
Such a huge dynamic to your deck when you can actually support effects like this. It's cool.
My number 7 is the level 0 Sortiliana from Sword Art 10th anniversary. I like this card a lot only because the combos that it enables. It's a useful card in the Una deck to put those back into your deck. It also combos with the cool level 3 from the first 10th anniversary. Fill up your deck with a bunch of cards, a bunch of characters, and then combo with that. And not only does it do that, it trades itself for another card in your waiting room. So that enables her to repeat the effect over and over again, but it also lets her trade out for something more useful. It doesn't take up a slot on your stage. I do think this card is actually really good and enables a lot of those cool builds.
This card is freaking stupid. It's crazy. When you first did it to me, I didn't know what I was watching, but this card is fucking cool. Who would have thought this character would have got such a crazy card?
Yeah.
I don't think Bushi meant for
her
this to
only
happen.
card.
Yeah, it's tight.
It is beautiful though.
For my number 7 is going to be the 3/2 Ainz from the new Overlord set. Overlord's such a sick anime, and Ainz badass raid boss character, and his effect is a very raid boss like effect. If you can get his 2-turn combo off, it's game over. Your opponent has no board. They're taking tons of damage. And if all else fails, you can always fall back to that last combo. I mean, it's not the best, but hell, it gets the job done. So super, super cool card, super unique, and just very flavorful too. It's a crazy card.
Kind of interested to see this card this year.
Low-key, I kind of want to make the set, but we'll see.
Next up, my number 6, level 0 Toru from the Kobayashi TD. Beautiful card, and I do love my oversized level 0s. And this level 0 is definitely oversized, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, a little too much for me to handle.
No.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I do like this card. I think I just love it. I own like 3 playsets of this.
I can't say I own many playsets of cards that much. So you must really enjoy that card. For me, my number 6, another beautiful card, the 3/2 double Arcato from the new set. This card, I think, is very unique, and I was super excited when this card got leaked. But unfortunately, it kind of fell short just because the old mechanic from the last set just happened to overshine really all the new stuff, which is kind of crazy. But nonetheless, this card is very unique. The unique healing, the almost guaranteed damage, and fuck, I pulled an SSP of this card, so I have a little more attachment to it. But nonetheless, sadly fell short. But nonetheless, card is so cool. I love it.
My number 5 is a quintuplets character from the movie booster. Level 1 Nino. This 1/1 Nino, ever since it came out, I've been kind of excited for it. This card is super loaded on a level 1 combo. It's like the most ideal level 1 standby character you could want. It just does so much for the build. It trigger checks, it pluses, it's oversized on your turn, and it has hand encore. It's just an ideal card. Like, I think this card is super nuts, and I'm excited to play with it in English. We will be getting that.
I was shocked they gave this card to the standby Nino deck because it's crazy.
Did not need it.
It did not. It had a perfectly fine level 1 game, and then they just pushed it. So it's crazy. And funnily enough, my number 5 is also a quintuplet.
Damn.
This
was not on purpose.
Mine, however, will be the 3-2 Itsuki from the new set. This card, pretty similar to the last level 3 finisher from the last set, but on just such a much more refined level. The fact that you can look at an extra card and that she gets a 1500 power boost is so much better. And her combo lets you discard any 3 cards, makes it just way crazier, lets you, get more events in your builds, and just makes it so much more consistent. And also the fact that her damage is a little different. The potential isn't as bonkers, but like it is more consistent. I just think this card is so sick, and I'm so excited to play with it. And the art is lovely. It's such a cool card.
Nice. My number 4 is also from Kobayashi, the level 3 Toru, the yellow that combos with the choice. I was really excited for this card when it came out. It just seems like such an insane... I mean, it is an insane card. It heals. It has a super cool finish where you can pick and choose to be no resources, ping 1, or you can pay your stock to deal as much damage as you want. You can hit exact numbers. This card on paper sounds so lethal and like the ideal finisher in most sets. It does fall short in the Kobayashi set because the early game does not really support all the resources and the consistency for this to really pop off. But I do think this is a really cool card, and I'm hoping that if Kobayashi gets another set, this will revive in that set.
I feel like if this card wasn't any other set, it would be crazy.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, Kobayashi does fall short. But it is still really scary fighting against that card.
Mm-hmm.
Super scary. For my number 4, we're going to go with the 3-2 Shizuku from the new anime booster for Love Live. Really pretty simple card, but it turned out to be way better than I thought it would be. I mean, just being able to have that early drop in any Niji build and the fact that you give power to any card just makes it so good. Like, it's just so simple, but it's so good. Like, it's just adds so much more consistency to any Niji build. It's a great card. And it's Shizuku. What's not to love?
I hate seeing this card.
I love seeing this card.
Next up for my number 3 is the level 3 Kirito from the 10th anniversary set. This card is super cool, super flavorful. It's pretty much a Voltron. He's got so much support in a bunch of other different cards in the set. It's, they've been supporting him from the start till he comes out and to finish it off and save the day. It's like a super neat card, and I really like playing with it. I like trying to make it work. It feels so good.
If you get this off, it's such a crazy card. It's like cool but balanced and fun. They did a good job with this card. It's really cool, and it's the best boy Kirito.
Not the best boy, but one of the best.
True, one of the heroes of anime, one can say.
If Yujiro got a good card, he'd be number 1 on my list.
Oh shit!
But he doesn't.
For my number 3, we're gonna go with the 3-2 Kohane from Puroseka. This card is the whole reason I like to play the 8 standby Puroseka deck. I feel like this card is insane. If your opponent doesn't have an answer to this card, you just start to run away with the game. It's sticky, it's decent power, and that climax combo is honestly crazy. And once you start stacking 1, 2, 3 of them up, and they can't get rid of it, it's lights out really fast for your opponent. Like, this card is deceptively nasty, and I love it. It makes up for the whole rest of the skill. Your shitty zeros, your shitty ones, but boy, once you hit 2, man, your opponent's got to be scared. So, great card. Love it.
Such a good standby combo. It's just so cool. My number 2 is also from Project Sekai, the level 3 Mizuki that comes out early. I think is such an amazing early play. I want this in all of my decks. It's just the most useful early play ever. It's oversized by a bit, hand on core sticky, easy condition to come out. lets you draw into something, replace itself. You can get climaxes with it or events. It's just like the perfect card you want to go into the end game. It's like it's a phenomenal card.
The early drops that can be super useful at any part of level 3 is just crazy. You know, just the card is so good. Love it.
It's so good.
We need more.
Every set.
For my number 2, might be a surprise to some, but it is the 0-0 Monica from Princess Connect. This 0 is freaking overtuned. The fact that it can give power, it runs, and it gives 2 trigger checks, all on a level 0. When I first read this card, I couldn't believe it. I was like, what the hell is going on with this card? Am I reading this right? It's crazy. Princess Connect already had such a great 0 game, and this really just pushes it that much more. But the fact that I can give extra trigger checks at level 0 just fits the playstyle of Princess Connect so well. It's like, it was the greatest card they're going to give to Princess Connect. I love this card. I want to see it. It's like one of the reasons I get excited to play my Princess Connect deck.
Dude, when you told me what this card does, my jaw dropped.
Yeah.
This does not make sense.
It doesn't.
It's such a good card.
I know. Their 0 is already so crazy, but this card is so sick.
And now, before we get into our number ones, we have some honorable mentions. This level 3 Shimano from Azure Lane is personally my favorite card of the set. I think the fact that it heals during your Encore step is super neat, and it helps with these combos that mill to deal damage to your opponent. It makes it so that after you're done milling and you take the damage from refresh, because you're gonna probably refresh, you can actually heal it. So you're not going into your opponent's turn with 1 damage from refresh. You are back to 0, which could make all the difference and keep you alive. I think it's pretty cool effect for any of those cards that mill, and I'm excited to see this effect, honestly, so I want to see more of it.
That makes a lot more sense. That Encore phase healing. I didn't quite understand why I did that, but after hearing you say it, that's cool.
So cool.
Another honorable mention is the 0-0 Kanade TD from Puroseka. This card is just so much utility to the Puroseka decks. So much consistency, so much milling, and so much hand fixing. And it's on Kanade, so what's not to love?
It's, a great TD card. I would take this in any TD.
I take this in any deck.
So
this card's
good.
crazy.
Yeah. Another level 0, the Lifa from the new 10th anniversary set. Super useful card. It has a great effect. When you play it reveal top, it lets you filter your hand out a lot. It also lets you convert any extra hand to stock, which you can use for other effects. You can pay it out that way if you so choose. There's just a lot of utility in one card. Being able to hand fix and get stock, it's just a great level 0 and works in all SAO builds. You pretty much run it in every build, honestly.
This card is so sick. I wish my set had this card because it's cool. It seems like a lot of fun. And our last honorable mention is going to be 2 cards. It's going to be the Payon Pachin combo from Tokyo Revengers. We were kind of half joking about it.
We knew.
In week leaks of the week. But boy, did this deck turn out crazy. Like, it's so stupid to fight against, but it's so good and it's pretty freaking consistent. And there's not really much you can do about it except just looking at these big boys.
Dude, 16-5. At level 1.
At level
just
1,
a full
right?
face. Like, what are you supposed to do? 3 lanes? Come on.
Even
This
if you're
is
playing
crazy.
standby, it's like, what, you get your 3-2s out early and then you get the 3-2s that get 1500 global. It's like,
It's not
it's
enough.
like not
still.
enough. Yeah, stupid.
It's so dumb. But that is a perfect segue into my number 1, because my favorite card of the year is the 2-1 Alice from the 10th anniversary, which is pretty much Pachin. SAO has their own Payon Pachin combo with Alice's. It does the exact same thing. You can early play them at level 1. However, this level 2 combos with choice, and that makes all the difference for me. I think the fact that this card is pretty big for a level 1, it refills your hand and refills your stock, and it does it all when you play the Climax before you attack. Makes it so that you compress a lot right before you refresh that first time. The set does support milling early, so it's very consistent. I think this card is why SAO is going to be strong right now, and it is absolutely my favorite card to play with. This thing feels so good when you can get it off. It's just insanely strong.
Maybe this is the new direction Bushi wants to take. That these 2/1s that come out at level 1 and have this crazy utility, because this card is honestly like what's leading SAO to the forefront right now. It's insane.
It's crazy.
And for my number 1, maybe not as exciting, it is the humble 00 Setsuna from the anime booster. I mean, it's Setsuna, so I'm already in love with it. But also, like, this card does a lot of things for the 8 standby deck. And honestly, just a great card on its own. Big power at level 0, pluses your hand size. I mean, it's not very unique, but I love it. It's a good card. It made the 8 standby deck so much better and kept it relevant. Still not the strongest deck, but hey, it's good and I like it, and it's Setsuna. So that's my number 1.
Yeah. I mean, for that type of effect, what cards are better than this?
I mean,
nice.
Hololive has it pretty much, but it just has to be in the middle.
Which sucks.
That's
you can
true.
reverse anything
but
with these sets.
Setsuna needs a homie, you know, sometimes that doesn't always pan out. I mean, and then like Love Live Superstar, they have the Kanon, and it's just a suicider. So it pretty much kills anything, you know? So, but still, I mean, like, it's a cool card. I mean, I know it's good, but it's not like super crazy like everything else on our list. And that's it for our favorite cards of 2022. Once again, guys, if you like the new stuff we're trying to do with stuff like this, let us know. And if you have other topics, please suggest them as well. And going to 2023, we're going to try some new stuff, and this is one of them. But yeah, pretty fun video for us. And hopefully we can talk about more dope cards next year.
Looking forward to 2023.
Indeed. And that, I think we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.